Okay, I was just scrolling through comments and saw this comment, and we're going to throw this together last minute without any thought. This guy is asking what's my Mount Rushmore of stand-up comedians is. So, okay, George Carlin has to be on the list of Mount Rushmore of stand-up comedians. George Carlin's definitely on the list. So that brings you down to 3. And George Carlin has to be on the list has to be on the mountain because, like, he covered it all. He covered political and social and just irreverent observations, and he did it in a way that very few people have ever done it before. So George Carlin's got to be up on the list, or up there. I think you have to put Richard Pryor on that Mount Rushmore. Richard Pryor, I think, represented his era better than most comedians did. So you got to put him up there. Wow, that only leaves you with 2 fucking spots, man, with a lot of really good comedians. It's not a question of trying to get equal representation over the eras and over the generations. It's just a question of who you think is that fucking good. And I know people are going to think I'm nuts, but for me, Jim Jeffries is that good. Jim Jeffries is... I've watched his career since his first special back when he was just a strung out addict, all the way through the man and father and comedian he has become. I think he's that good. So I'm gonna go George Carlin, Richard Pryor, Jim Jeffries. See, the 1980s kid in me wants to scream Eddie Murphy, and the lover of old school comedians wants to scream Red Fox. And I'm going to take a different approach to this. Going to be an old school guy, but one that you probably wouldn't think would be on the Mount Rushmore of comedians. Hang on a second. Let me think here. Yeah, no, fuck. Don Rickles. I don't know of a single human being in the comedic world that didn't want to get shit on by Don Rickles. So there's my Mount Rushmore. George Carlin, Richard Pryor, Jim Jeffries, and Don Rickles.